In this video, we'll look at who is currently using AI and machine learning in the venture capital industry, how the technology can be used to guide early stage investing, and review a handful of scientific papers. Venture capital firms have long funded AI companies, but are only now beginning to use the technology to guide their own investment decisions. Although many VCs, venture capitals, see the value in incorporating AI and machine learning into their investment process, AI in venture capital is still in its early stages. According to Gartner, less than 5% of venture capital investment decisions use data science and machine learning, with that figure expected to rise to 75% by 2025. According to Patrick, Senior Research Director at Gartner, successful investors are purported to have a good gut feeling, the ability to make sound financial decisions from mostly qualitative information alongside the quantitative data provided by the technology. Correlation Ventures is one of several VCs who are already using AI to allocate their capital. The firm manages $365 million and can make investment decisions in less than 2 weeks using their model. The firm uses machine learning to decide whether or not to invest in a business. In addition, the company only invests in funds when a lead investor is present. The in-house AI tool they use analyzes data gathered by humans in the form of pitch decks and other startup materials. The data fed into the algorithm researched over 100,000 venture capital investments. The algorithm calculates how factors such as team experience and board cooperation affect potential investor returns. Their AI tool is designed to speed up the investment process, meaning much less manual work. The company uses an internally developed AI framework called MotherBrain to guide employees. The platform is based on a proprietary database that contains information such as startup finances, site traffic, and team member job history. Investment opportunities are rated on a scale of 1 to 340. Investment professionals investigate the highest ranking opportunities first and work their way down. The organization made 4 investments within its first fund that would not have been possible without MotherBrain. Pekin, one of their investments, was sold to Workday, Inc. earlier this year. Langford claims that the profit from that transaction paid for 3 other investments. He believes if the other 3 investments produce a positive return, MotherBrain is a complete upside. Sapphire Ventures, based in Palo Alto, California, has over $5.7 billion in assets under management and has considered using AI to forecast its current portfolio companies. Jay Diaz, Sapphire's president and associate, believes AI will not be able to replace human judgment. I think the gut is never going to go away, but I think it'll be much more driven by data and analysis than before. And you'll have data to show that people who say I'm voting with my gut, either they're right or they're not. Hone is another VC firm collaborating with AngelList to develop a machine learning algorithm based on 30,000 deals over the last 10 years. According to Core Signals, I'll touch more on this later, so make sure you stay till the end of the video, the data came from AngelList, PitchBook, Crunchbase, and Mattermark. They were able to analyze over 400 characteristics from this dataset, including funds raised, the founder's background, conversion rates, and much, much more. These characteristics were then used to rank the top 20 companies based on their likelihood of success. Machine learning can improve the startup funding, research, and investment process in a variety of ways. The alternative data company, Core Signal, has highlighted 5 applications and benefits of AI in venture capital. One of the most obvious uses of machine learning is to screen a large number of startups. VCs can use machine learning to filter companies based on their performance and then output a list of startups that meet those criteria and have the best chance of success in the future. AI can also be used to analyze massive amounts of public data, such as site traffic, social media, and so much more, in order to detect early signs that a company is rapidly growing. Consider investigating OpenAI. Public data can be used to analyze founders and other professionals if they just started a new company. Machine learning, like identifying growth signals, can be used to determine the optimal timing of an investment based on the fund's criteria and the company's early growth indicators. Think analyzing trends in companies, recruiting, and hiring strategies to indicate their rate of growth. VCs can use machine learning to analyze the growth of existing portfolios, their own company's growth, and the industry in general, in addition to also tracking the growth of new startups. Some examples include monitoring online reviews, social media, and analyzing trends in online ad spend. Finally, machine learning can be used to monitor and analyze employee satisfaction in portfolio companies as well as their own competitors. With many companies having difficulty hiring, employee satisfaction is a key indicator of a company's future growth and effectiveness. Let's take a look at some relevant data sets that can be used to make you millions. Crunchbase Data is one of the most comprehensive VC databases with over 625,000 companies. The company provides REST API access to developers as well as a daily CSV export that can be used in an application for an analysis and model building. PitchBook is yet another popular database for VC and private equity data. You may access more than enough private market data with their API to build a ML model. CB Insights is a platform for analyzing millions of data points on VC, startups, patents, and investor activity. CB Insights uses natural language processing, NLP, to analyze text data, data visualization, and predictive analytics to predict emerging trends. Finally, because there is usually less financial data available on early-stage companies, VCs frequently make investments on their team's experience. CoreSignal is an alternative data provider that provides data on millions of professionals globally, which can be used to build models based on the people behind the company. Let's take a look at some interesting papers on the topic of AI and venture capital. The first paper, Capital VX, is a machine learning model that predicts startup exits. This paper uses a Crunchbase dataset to develop Capital VX and ML models that predict the outcome of startups, such as whether they will be successful or fail their IPO or acquisition, or remain private. Their model achieved an out-of-sample accuracy of startup outcomes of 80 to 90%. According to the authors, the research suggests that VC/PE may be able to benefit from using machine learning to screen potential investments using publicly available information, diverting this time instead to monitoring the investments they make. The second paper, Machine Learning Performance Evaluation for Decision Support in Venture Capital Investments. I know, guys, it's a mouthful. Instead of simply attempting to predict two types of exits, being acquired or IPOing, this paper tries to predict additional possible startup outcomes such as future funding rounds or the company's closure. The paper analyzed the performance of several machine learning algorithms to predict the performance over a 3-year period using a dataset of over 120,000 companies. Venture capital using algorithms. Using data from PitchBook, this paper attempts to predict valuation in subsequent funding rounds of VC-backed U.S. companies. To forecast venture valuation, the author employs a regression-based model and a fully connected 10-layer neural network. Their findings demonstrated that deep learning techniques outperform statistical interference models like linear regression. In conclusion, it is clear that the venture capital investment process will shift from a largely manual, gut-driven approach to include some data science and machine learning. It stands to reason that machine learning methods can improve VC investing by filtering companies, identifying new opportunities, and tracking existing portfolio companies. Gardner predicts data science and machine learning will be used in 75% of all venture capital investment decisions by 2025. This clearly represents a massive shift in opportunity in the industry that will be fascinating to watch unfold. If you're smart, you're going to get in early and use these tools before they become too expensive and well known. Subscribe.